That's right. The Russian military have called on Ukrainian troops to surrender in Severodonetsk, saying, one of the colonel generals there involved in that battle, saying that if Ukrainian troops lay down their arms, they are prepared to open a humanitarian corridor as of 8 a.m. Moscow time this morning. So that time has already passed. We don't have news at this stage. The Ukrainian authorities and military have not commented on that. The governor of the Luhansk region, where the city of Severodonetsk is located, had said that Ukrainian forces were continuing to battle there, still holding on to some territory inside the town, where some 500 civilians and Ukrainian troops are holed up inside this Azot chemical factory. And we must be a bit cautious with these reports of humanitarian corridors. In the past, we've seen lots of disputed claims, lots of conflicting claims about whether they're open or not. There have also been times when the Russians have opened fire on humanitarian corridors. These things can take a long time to negotiate. Both sides would need to agree. It doesn't seem that has happened at the moment. Just yesterday, Ukrainian authorities were saying that despite all three road bridges out of Severodonetsk to the neighboring town of Lysychansk now being bombed, those bridges are down, that they were still managing somehow to evacuate civilians when they could in quieter period, in between the shelling. So a very dangerous, a very fluid situation indeed, and it looks like that's ongoing at the moment.
Another major event as well today, Catherine. This is the UN War Crimes Commission. It's giving an initial report today, isn't it?
That's right. So investigators from the UN's Commission of Inquiry have been in Ukraine for the past week, and today they're going to be updating the press and the world on their first visit, which they're wrapping up shortly. So they will be talking about what they've seen here on the ground. They've been not just here in Kyiv, but to other cities as well, including Irpin, Bucha, Borodyanka, around the capital, where there have been those awful scenes of massacres, dead bodies being unearthed. There were some unearthed just this week, 7 men found in another mass grave. They've also been further afield in Ukraine to the northeastern city of Kharkiv, the northern city of Sumy and Trostinets. And they've been meeting with Ukrainian officials from the government, the parliament and the judiciary. So we expect them to talk about the initial stages of their visit. There shouldn't be any sweeping conclusions at this stage, but symbolically, of course, it is important. International investigators from various bodies, including the International Court and the UN, have been on the ground trying to establish independently and for themselves evidence of war crimes.